Alright guys, it's Roni here. I'm back. We got the motor out of the Legacy wagon. It's an 06 Subaru Legacy. But more importantly, this video is about how to tear down not only the motor, to do whether you're doing timing belt or you're replacing the head gaskets, either of those. So I'll walk you through real quick how to tear it down once you've removed the motor from the vehicle in its entirety. Now this pertains to any 2.5 liter single cam in whatever Subaru generation you have, okay, up until, like, 2012, 2013. Then they went to chains and so forth in some of the Subarus. But if you have a 2.5 single cam Subaru, this is what you're going to need to know. So if you're taking it apart, as you can see, I've already got the upper intake manifold and everything off. We'll go over here. So here's the manifold. This would be pointed towards the car. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 12 millimeter bolts on both sides. Here they are, 1, 2, 3, 4. Both sides, you're going to loosen those. Okay, you're going to pull your one coolant tube out of the way for the throttle body. You're going to pull the other one out of the way. You're going to disconnect the coolant temp sensor that sits here in the middle. You're going to disconnect the oil pressure sensor that sits here as well. You're going to come along and you're going to disconnect the 3 in the back, and as well as the 1, 2, 3 up here in front. And then you should be able to just pull the manifold off with whether by yourself or someone else. You just pull the manifold off and you kind of set it aside like I have. Now we went and did that. We also pulled off the timing covers. If you're pulling off the timing covers, it's 10 millimeter bolts. As you can see, some of the tiny little holes. I don't know where we put the timing cover bolts, but otherwise I'd show them to you. But it'll be the pulley, which is a 22. Take that off, pull the pulley off, remove the timing cover. This one is smaller on this side, so it's 1, 2, 3 10 millimeter bolts. That cover comes off, and then it's like 10 or 12 10 millimeter bolts on this other side, and this cover will come off and you'll be exposed like we are now. Now to this point, you'll want to turn the motor. So this notch, not arrows, not letters, not anything, this notch is in line with the split right here that's embedded in the cylinder head. You come to the middle, you're going to have a line right here. On the geared pulley, you're going to have a line further back underneath this crank position sensor that should meet up with this line right here. So all 3 of these, 1, 2, 3, should all be in line. And you come over here to the other side, and you're going to have this line that should line right up, as you see, with the line in the back of this timing cover. This little notch right here, as you can see the notch, and that is specifically for the timing. So don't worry about anything else on this crank, just always worry about the little notch here, the 3 marks on the geared pulley, and then of course the notch on that other side. You're going to align it like this before you take it off. You want to align it like this so you don't smash valves or anything like that. When you get it to this point, you can go ahead and loosen this 14, this 14, this 14, and crack loose this 14. Okay, and that'll help you pull the belt off. You can stick that 14 in here so you pull the tensioner upwards, or you can stick a pry bar up over the water pump and underneath the tensioner and stick an eye hole pin, which I have right here. You'll stick this little thing right through these little holes like so, and align it up with that hole in the back, and pushing on the wrench will line it up, and then you can stick it through. Once you have done that, that's relieved the tension on the tensioner, go ahead and pull the belt off your geared pulley first and so forth, and then you'll be ready to swap out your water pump and everything else. There'll be another video if you're just doing the timing belt and water pump in the vehicle. That's no problem. You can still remove the radiator completely like you saw in my last video. You can still do all those same steps without having to fully pull the motor out. You just have it sitting like it is here on the stand inside the car. Okay, so from there we're gonna go ahead and pull this belt off. We're gonna get our new belt on with our new water pump and new thermostat put in there with all new gaskets. And once I get to about that point, I'll go ahead and have another video ready for you guys. Once again, this was the start to the timing procedure on a Subaru 2.5 liter single cam motor. Thanks. Talk to you guys soon.